Hello everybody, welcome back. Here we are again. We did not win the die roll this one. I think this is round 4, right? I don't remember. But this hand is actually pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It's a little slow, but it's not terrible. So, no, I don't want a mulligan. Let's find out what we're up against. I forgot to move the mic around and put it in a new spot. Huh. Well, it looks like we're up against a bug control deck. Okay, good. For a second, I thought I skipped my first turn. I was like, no! Alright. So we're done on my side. I am going to try and slam this down. I'm figuring I'm actually going to get thought seized here. But I'd like to start having something to deal with that side of the board a little bit sooner rather than later. And I'm figuring that abrupt decays probably are getting ready to come. So maybe change of plans. Let's go get green, white, and let's pop this sucker down. My thinking is simple, and my thinking is that my opponent is most likely has an abrupt decay in hand. If they don't, yep, we get a force of will. So next turn, we can actually play this, or we could play the knight. I'm actually leaning towards this, and then go from there. Now, the sad thing is that we're in a bad position because of the way I fetched, that I can't play Liliana. But I think we'll be okay. It's just a thought. And actually, I think I am going to go for the knight. Which is a terrible idea, reason being my opponent's about to play Jace and just bounce my knight. So that is a thing. That being said, if we do draw next turn and get the thingy, the black land, we are going to edict them, and then we'll go for the pulse and whatnot. How long is left on this thing? 2 turns. So 1 turn now. Gets it next turn. 3 into the agent, into a him. Well, that could be bad. Alright, there went the Lily. So, yeah. Big. I am going to land this sucker in such a fashion. Now, the real question becomes, he's going to be drawing 4 cards next turn. Do we want to have to battle the potential of him having a Jace? That seems like it's a bad idea, and I could easily waste him, but chances are that we're going to be in a similar boat if we do. So I'm going to leave it as such. Probably should have played this guy. It's not like he can swing through. We can start taking out. We're going to aim for blue sources just because of the way things are. Try and not take infinite amounts of damage. Brainstorm. So you see 7 cards now. He has seen an entirely new grip with lands already filtered out, which I think I would have probably fetched first. Filter that land out because he hasn't played a land yet. And this is actually going to determine. Okay, so we're going to beat up on green sources then. Well, that's just cute. A wasteland. Hey, you're not coming across. You know better than that. Did he exile another one? Yeah, 4 turns. Okay. I think we'll be okay. If he's thinking about actually wasting this, it's going to be a waste of time. All of the puns. Don't worry, I'm punny. So, there's Jit. I'm not going to waste him. I think we're in a good position. I think we should be okay. There's Bob. Yes, always. Okay, so what we're looking at doing is playing the Arbor and then pulsing there and going across. Yeah. So I'm actually going to leave Bob there. Here's the Arbor. Pulse the Goyf. Sweet. And going across. And then next turn we can play the Jit Equip. Yeah, that should have been an after blocks thing. Jace? No, Shardless Agent again. Dang it, it's an Abrupt Decay. Alright, so he got the Abrupt Decay. I don't think that deck really plays a ton of Jaces. I should probably look at what he's showing. Blue is for Brainstorm, that is for Goyf. Alright, so there is still a Goyf. Kind of need some stuff on this end now. We're going to keep this one. That way we can play 2 bodies. And toss those back. Maybe I should have kept one more, but I don't think so. We'll keep it this way for now. And let me see. Top of my library. What did I put back first? Oh, God, I forgot. I don't remember. Wow, a 3rd Shardless Agent. Into another... Yeah, we're just going to call it. We're too far behind. If he actually picks the right thing, it's this. We're going to let him pick. If he picks the right thing, which is this, I'm going to concede. Because this will actually beat this out for the simple fact that this will allow us to keep looking deeper and deeper. This will be 2 a turn, but we're going to be forced to block here shortly. And by shortly, I mean... Okay, so he picked the wrong thing. No, we still can't do it. Yeah, we're just done. Okay. My hand was a little bit too slow. That being said, we have some stuff that we can bring in. I'd like these. He's got a lot of low-costed stuff. Thalias are still pretty good. This is unbeatable. Jit's not as good, and I'd like to cut down on just that total number of things there. I'm going to pull out one of those. I don't remember what I boarded out the last time. If you're wondering, I don't remember. But he seems kind of pointless. Let me see. That leaves us with 2 other slots. We are short on that. So I'm going to pull a Green Sun Zenith. And I'm actually going to pull a Singleton Diamond just in case he does have something to do with that. And there we go. And let's be off. Yeah. That'll work. Oh, so many things we go off the screen. I wonder if we can make it disappear again. Doesn't work. What about this? No. Didn't work. I have no idea of how that works. Ah, you get out of there. Get out of there. Submit that back. Bang, bang. I want to play with this a little bit and figure out what caused that. Because it's weird that it happened. And then we were able to make it happen again. Like most times that you find a glitch, unless you're looking for it, you don't really find it again. So it's kind of odd that it... Oh, there we go. Yes, I'd like to play first this time. And this hand is not the greatest. I am going to mulligan it. It didn't have anything really going for it. I'm going to keep this one. I understand that he could easily do some weird stuff and make things happen, but we could do some stuff as well. Not as much stuff, and if he's got a Deathrite Shaman to start with, we're going to be in a pretty bad situation. But I think that this overall will be good enough to keep. We can at least stall the game. No, we don't want to mulligan any further. We're going to start off with this one. We're not actually going to fetch because we don't have anything to do. But we will F4 his turn as opposed to the typical F6. And if you remember correctly, F4 actually allows us to just pass priority unless he does something. He or she. It could be a girl. There's no way for me to know, really. But this will at least allow for, yep, a little bit of potential drawing of a creature. So, Ancestral Vision suspended. Land. I should probably do that. I wish that you could rearrange these cards over here so that I could pull this up to the front for after I've swords and done other things. It would be pretty nice. Alright. Double Bob, good thing. I am going to get the Bayou. And I know you're thinking, like, you could just get the basic and be perfectly safe. And I probably should. But for right now, I'm going to get the Bayou. I figure if my opponent does anything that they're going to end up having to tap out for it. Necrogen Spellbomb. Alright, and there's a top. So I'm going to pop that down. And I'm going to play this land. Even though I've got the others, this will at least be out of my hand. And if he decides to him me and do other things, then that'll deal with that. I'd like the top more than any of this other stuff. He must have a swords of some kind then. Not swords. Force. There we go. I can do this. I promise I know what I'm talking about. At least to some extent. Okay. So, if he's got a Liliana, Bob's going to die. I would have liked to have hit my own first, but unfortunately that's not a possibility. I could actually look for a fetch land. But that opportunity's gone. My opponent has a lot of stops. Yeah. Potential. Let's think. What starts coming next turn then? Abrupt Decay, potentially. Shardless Agent into stuff. I should have played this using that. I mean, but none of his creatures have haste, and if he doesn't, then there's a good chance that we will end up actually just kind of getting in there. So, yeah. Let's see. That's got 2 turns left. There goes another one. If he's doing that, let's see, probably a Liliana. Nope, Shardless Agent. Into him. Let's see, what are we getting? You got the other Bob and the Dark Confidant. Okay. Let's go ahead and look. I am going to take that one. Oh, crud. I did that the right way. I did that the right way. Ha. Now what? Let's see. He could be playing something that would stop us from doing things, but I think for the most part we're okay just kind of running across. Had this been the other guy, the 1-drop, we would have been a little bit better off. But for right now, he's got to find a way to kill this. If he plays Liliana right now, I think we still are fine. Like, not only can we kill her no matter what he decides to do, because if he makes us discard, we lose the pulse, but we can swing into her and swing into him. If he edicts us, we can sacrifice either one, and I think we'll actually keep Bob. So, Stare Contest? Nope. Deathrite Shaman. There's a Jace going to the bottom. Alright. So let's see. What do we want to do here? I'm going to look again. So I don't remember what that last card was. But there is an Abrupt Decay. I think I'm going to show him the Thoughtseize. Abrupt Decay. Do I want to Abrupt Decay his guy? This is what the way I want it. So the question becomes, okay, well, I can beat across there for that, and then it becomes a matter of, do I want to actually make him discard? And I don't think I want to make him discard just yet. I think I want to hold off just a little bit. He's going to get a bunch of cards next turn, and I can Thoughtseize him and potentially him instead, which doesn't seem too bad. I will actually be untapping my Goyf this time. So, I don't have the ability to actually do both. And I don't think that he's going to be able to do enough damage to cause too much. That I will be getting rid of right now. It would have been 1 more damage done via Goyf, but I think that we'll be okay in that regard. I think that he's about to get all of his joy. This card is still exiled. Okay, that got swords. So we've got a him on top. We need another black land in order to be able to use the him. Otherwise, we have a pulse and a decay and a bunch of damage. Thoughtseize, so he's at 8. Probably going to take the decay. He can hit himself and get rid of instant. Nope. He can hit me and get rid of creature. Other than that, I've got it all. And I can kill a creature. If I hit this, that's artifact. That makes this one more. So 6, 7. Then he's allowed to hit himself and turn it back into a 5. What you got? He's got a decay. Okay. And put up another one. We'll just keep on dinging ourselves away here. Another decay. Not the greatest. Would have liked to have gotten that before, though. Let's go ahead and pop that. Going after... Which one do I go after? If I take this, he's only got one other green source. If I take this, I could take this. That actually seems like it would be the best option. Like it's a green source and a blue source, so it shorts him a little bit on blue sources. Let's just keep going across here. Good, Charlotte's Agent blocked. Alright. And we'll untap him. So let's take a look and see what all is on the top of our deck now. I have half a mind to just take this. Yep, I'm drawing cards. I'm swapping out the pain land for a land that's not so painful. I'd expect him to have Liliana, so I'm not going to actually fetch with this land yet. And if he does have Liliana, then I tap this, or then I activate it, lose my guy, and swing in again. He's got to discard in order to actually use it after that. Hey, I didn't play a land this turn, did I? Oh, I played the Wasteland. Blah. My bad. Him's just got super valuable. I forgot about the Wasteland. So, let's see. If he does anything, then we fetch, or we activate this, we potentially lose 2 decays. Otherwise, we lose the ability to actually play a decay if he hymns. This is probably, yeah, it's a way to kill it. Okay. Not our brightest moment. But that Goyf is at least kept under control. So we have double decay. Trying to think here. Don't worry, it's not lagging too much. You can always check. If you're wondering whether or not your movie's going or if the video's going and you see the YouTube counter going, just look at the clock. That's always going for one of us. I try not to cover it up. You all know that. So what are we looking at here? What did he do? He's got this, which has a little bit of time left on it. I am going to go get this scrub land. And we're going to do this. Alright. Stuff's gone. I like it when stuff is gone. So we have an answer for the Goyf for right now. We need to kill this. I'm going to get to look. At least the game gets a little bit simpler at this point. Goyf are still big. Yep, Maze. I'm just going to look. We know what he's planning on doing with everything. Maelstrom Pulse and 2 Dryad Arbor, not going to be the greatest, but hey, at least we can put up some stuff to keep some stuff going. This goes off in 2 turns, so we'll be able to deal with some stuff there. We're in kind of an ugly position here. I'm just going to decay this guy and keep the Pulse in my hand. If he goes to play Liliana and force us to Edict, I'll just tap this and draw a card, which right now would be the Hymn. We're in a rough spot. So what are we looking for? We are looking for something bigger than what we're seeing. Let's just get this out of here now. This is green and black. I got that right. We have nothing from there. We'll take 2 more damage, but at least we're not only are we still above, but we're not dead is the most important thing. And there are a bunch of things in here. We have a Pulse in case he finds another one of these. 2 of those are in the yard. Yeah, 2 of them are in the yard. 1 agent. There aren't very many other creatures outside of that. I mean, he's got probably 1 other Jace, which originally was shuffled down to the bottom and is probably still there. Yeah, because here's the Shardless agent. He doesn't have 2 Shardless agents because we got 1 of them out this way. So there are 2 Shardless agents, 3 Goyfs, and 2 of these, and probably 1 to 2 Jaces, and anything else that he may have put in. That being said, that's a lot of things dead. Let me pull this off of that. So he got a Brainstorm. He's got 1 more turn on that. We're going to get a chance to look again. We are getting kind of buried here. Top does not equate out to some of the other things in the format. There's Jace. He gets to see a Hymn if he looks at us. Nope. And he can't have counter magic for it. So, what we're hoping to see is a fetch land. Thank you for not attacking. Thalia. Thalia won't do it. Let's just pop that in such a way over there. So down with our little guy and across with our removal for a Jace. Alright. So we're going to draw him next turn. Any of these leftover cards are now at risk. But he does have 5 mana, which can be a lot. This deck also plays Bob, so that was something I just forgot about. We do have a win condition left in his deck. But he did just get a chance to look at a ton of new cards and put us in a position that we definitely did not want to be in. Eek. Position getting worse. Position is very bad. So, yeah, that thing that we have on top is not what we want. I'm going to put a stop during my draw step. We'll take this 7. We'll draw that card. I'll look. Hopefully we see a Pulse, because if we don't see a Pulse, either way it goes, we don't win. And that's just how that is. There's nothing that we can do to stop that. Even with a Lingering Souls, we'd only be buying time to take 1 more look. So, let's take a look. We don't see a Pulse. But we do see... But I have to draw a card for that. So, yeah. Concede. We lose this one. Again, 2-2 all the way through. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, but true. It happens. It happens. We'll find a way to eventually turn out ahead in the dailies, since we can do it in the 2-mans. Yeah, if you're wondering, I actually recover everything in the 2-man queue. The timeout was probably one of the few losses. So, yeah, that's how we are able to keep going. So in our event, it looks like Cool Beat will be 4-0, and everybody else will be in a very painful position. But I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you all had a lot of fun watching, and I hope somebody learned something. If not, try and teach me something. All right, talk to you later, though. Bye-bye.